So what I heard, reviews of the first symphony just stopped Rachmaninoff, sent him into depression, ended up in a therapist's office, and it was in a therapist's office that the thought about this concerto was born.
Exactly. I mean, it's basically written on a couch at a psychologist in a certain way. And it probably is even dedicated to his shrink. So we could call it the shrink concerto. But, and if you listen to the slow movement, you don't really know whether he ever got out of that depression. But that is the beauty, I think, of music. It really covers all emotional levels. And sadness is actually sometimes the most inspiring for great melodies, especially these longing melodies that Rachmaninoff is so famous for. We bring Cécile Lecat, and if you Google on YouTube, you'll find a video. She's probably a teenager, I think, on this video, playing Rachmaninoff's Second Piano Concerto with Georg Scholti. She had this mega career in the beginning, really a child prodigy, and we are so glad to have her to perform this wonderful concerto with us. Now the combination with the Bruckner seems a little bit odd, but if you really think about it, it's not. First of all, they both have these long lines. Both composers built their music on long lines, Rachmaninoff and Bruckner. Both are keyboard thinkers. So all the orchestration comes from the keyboard. The piano for Rachmaninoff and the organ for Bruckner. And you can really hear that he was an organist, the way he blocked the woodwinds and the brass against the strings, and the way that these pieces are actually written. Sometimes you have these big pauses in the middle just to clear the sound in the church when it still rings. So it's quite, you'd have to imagine yourself being in a church. His Sixth Symphony is probably the best hidden gem in his composition. It's probably also, as he said, one of his cheekiest pieces, and one of the few ones that hasn't been rewritten many times, because normally he got influenced by other people, especially conductors, saying, "Oh, you have to rewrite that," and so we have 1, 2, 3 versions of other symphonies. Here, it's one unique version, but he never heard the symphony performed in his lifetime. I think it's one of the most beautiful symphonies he's ever written, and the slow movement in this symphony captures really the Bruckner as we love him. Again, these wonderful, lush, long lines of melodic writing that are so beautiful in the 7th and the 8th or the 9th symphony. And without the 6th, that's where he really invented that style of slow movements that are, as I said, the most romantic, the most longing phrases in symphonic music.
And thank you, for giving us not 4 and not 7, which is so popularly heard, and now we're going to hear 6. It bridges them.
Yeah, we have done 7, but believe it or not, when we've done 7 2 seasons ago, it was actually not done in San Antonio for 20 years or so. And even 4 hasn't been done, I think the last time in the 90s. So there is no real Bruckner tradition. So if I bring back 4 after 30 years, I think this is even forgivable.
It's time.
I think it would be time.
Maestro, welcome back to San Antonio after a long summer. We're glad to get you back on camera, and we look forward to this new season.
Thank you. It's going to be a great season.